Primetime, that's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
Why in the world am I sitting back and being quiet about this?
Matt Hayes.
Oh, my God, this is ridiculous.
And Leon Searcy.
If you can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Big dog ball right around the corner. We are counting down a dozen days, people, before they get to week 0 in the college football world. That is worth a round of applause as we get closer and closer. The Jags getting ready for their second preseason game coming against the New Orleans Saints. We got plenty to get into today and a full house. Big Sirs, Maddie, our head coach, Coach Dave Campo, hanging out with us along with Joe C. and JJ. Coach, it was a warm day at practice. We will definitely tear into it today, but this is the second to last Tuesday that you're going to be on with us.
Why do you keep doing this?
Listen, I just
like you're trying to get him to cry.
No,
right
I'm
now.
not. No, listen.
I'm tearing up here.
Listen, normally I would not go Tom Rinaldi on him and just try and ask him that question. I would not do that. But it is meaningful to me that it's the couple last Tuesdays. So I want to make sure that we point it out because people will tune in and go, where'd Coach go? Where'd Coach go? You know how that goes. But anyway, we will definitely be planning this time next Tuesday, our show from the Ale House at Beach and Hodges. Little going away, little sayonara. Coach Campo, as Matt said, it ain't goodbye. It ain't goodbye.
Just see you next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this has been great. First of all, I've said this before. You've probably heard me say it, but people ask me all the time, do you miss coaching?
Yeah.
And I miss coaching when I'm standing on the sidelines at practice. That's one thing. I look at things and I say, wow, that's pretty darn good, or I would have done this a little bit different, whatever. But the one thing I miss more than anything else are the players and the coaches. Mm-hmm. And the one thing you all have done with the prime time is you've given me my team.
Yeah.
And you've taken me in, and I love it. And that I'm gonna miss for sure. Even though I'll be on some,
yes,
it's not quite the same.
No,
but we'll make it as good as it can be.
Yeah,
so who's the best and the worst player? Who's the Michael Irvin?
Up for us?
Prime time.
Right now? Listen.
I'll be the Troy Aikman.
There's 4 of you that fit that mold. Believe me.
4 wide. I like that, Coach. 4 wide. I like
Politically correct, Coach Campbell. That's coach speak right there. All right. So, listen, let's enjoy it while we can. Like we said, he ain't going away. We're going to Star Trek him in on Fridays. He still gets to – you got to protect the crown, by the way. You got the picks that we will be doing on Friday, and we'll still do our Campo and Joe podcast.
I've got to do the same thing I've always done, not have any idea whatever I'm picking, whether or not it's going to be right or wrong. I can tell you that.
All right, we'll see how it goes. All right, Big Sirs, let's start out with what I viewed today as a pretty physical practice, one that they said actually kept the guys on the field a little bit longer than normal. Hey, let's do it again. Let's get it right. Let's finish strong. It was pretty physical practice. What did you think?
And there was a little scrimmage there too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
A little fisticuffs going on there, whatever. This is the point. Coach was talking about this on the field today. He said this is the dog days of training camp, because you got to remember they didn't play their best football past Saturday night. They probably sat down with the coaches and watched the film, and they got the behinds chewed out for the most part. So now they're coming out in practice. A lot more physical, getting after it a little bit more. I saw that early in team run and play action. They got after it a little bit. Saw that when they did pass protections, one-on-ones, first play of pass protection. I'm tired of saying this. Walker Little gets run over by Josh Allen. First play of pass protection, runs over.
41.
And then that trend led to Ezra getting beat on the next pass rush, and Hainsey getting beat on the next pass rush. And I was like, you can't stop 101. That's bad, bro. That's absolutely bad. But
not good?
That's not good. That's not good. Now they redeemed themselves a little bit when they started running twist.
Yeah.
So they redeemed themselves a little bit, but you can't have that, especially with the struggles he's had all camp long. And, I can't even give Josh and Trayvon and them credit anymore when they go have good practices, because they go and shine in practice, and then now on Saturday they can't be the second teamer from the Steelers.
You can't help it. Like I said, I'm not going to make that one preseason game everything to judge this team on, but you're looking for indicators. You're looking for high indicators, and that one they failed.
Well, let me ask Coach this question. Coach, when you watching a preseason game and you know both sides are pretty vanilla, all right? They're not showing their hand in the first preseason game. So essentially it's one-on-one. And for the second team, Steelers' deep offense, to go right down the field and score a touchdown against our number ones, that's got to be a little discouraging to the coaching staff, doesn't it?
Well, I think the defense was a little too vanilla in that one.
Oh,
yeah. First of all, we haven't seen what they can do from a pass rush standpoint because the secondary they played was so soft that you don't see the pass rush because they got the ball off so quickly, because they were open. I'm a little disappointed in that because I watched. They were in one-on-one while they were going one-on-one. That you were looking at the offensive and defensive line. I was watching the receivers and the DBs, and our DBs, if they're asked to, can be pretty sticky. Well, they weren't sticky in that game, so some of it was what they told them to do. Hey, look, we're not going to show anything. We're going to get out there. We're going to play straight zone and all this stuff. But we have some guys that can line up and play guys.
Okay, so here's the basic question. And I was joking yesterday, the only way they could be sticky is if they're close to a receiver.
That's right.
And they weren't anywhere near most of the receivers.
Right.
So, and I don't think it was deer in a headlights feel for Campanile, but I made the point yesterday. It was business as usual for Pittsburgh. Arthur Smith still is going to run the same offense. Mason Rudolph was successful in that offense down the stretch last year when pressed into duty. It's not like he's a terrible quarterback, but they still were running a bunch of reserves, and it just made this team look lost, out of position, and got worked.
Well, I mean, there were a couple things that I didn't like. Obviously, you don't run zone cover 3. When I say zone cover 3, that's the linebackers 4 underneath, all spot dropping. Well, when you do that, and they all spot drop on the 20-yard line, that's when the offense is going to take a shot, and they sent 4 verticals. Well, when you're playing zone cover 3, the corner has to be able to overlap number 2. We call it clue technique. If number 2's going vertical and 1's going vertical, you got to get in between, and you got to be able to overlap the seam route. There's nobody else that can take it. Well, that's okay when you're upfield, but when you're on the 20-yard line, the ball's going to be thrown too fast. The corner's not going to be able to get over the top of that, and that's exactly what happened on the first touchdown. Their tight end went right down the pipe, and Campbell was late getting over there. Well, it happened too fast.
So let me ask you that. I mean, this is kind of the elephant in the room right now. What do you make of, you're 3 weeks in, and then the next practice after a bad game, clearly for the defense, you're literally teaching them where to line up 3 weeks in.
Well, I think there's a little concern there, I would say.
I wouldn't panic after 3 weeks versus 3 years.
No, I get it. But
that's true.
I get it. But if you're 3 weeks in, you would think that they, at the bare minimum, know where to line up.
Yeah, I think that was and again, I didn't see that practice, but I heard all about it on the Monday practice yesterday. And my feeling there is I think he reamed them out, just like Leon said. And he said, look, if we're going to get beat, everybody's going to know where and what to do. So he made it clear that they were going to make sure that everybody understood where they were supposed to be, when they were supposed to be there.
Right.
And
if you got beat, someone else made a play, basically.
What's that?
If you got beat, someone else just made a play.
Yeah.
It wasn't because you were in the wrong position, which is what this defense has been for the last 24
Absolutely,
games.
and that can't happen. Well, there's no reason for it because they got smart guys out there on that defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my history of coaches, if you get beat physically, they can tolerate that. Right. But if you get beat mentally, not communicating, not being in the right spot, that's absolutely, they will not tolerate that.
No.
Because they go over stuff over and over and over again. And then you've got to be receptive. You've got to be able to take that information and decipher it on the field. I don't know why guys don't take notes.
Right. Quick. And Campanile, talk about quick. He used his full glossary of curse words today.
I'm sure he did.
He is fired up. All right, so we'll keep it going there. Practice today, getting ready for the Saints, all of that, some Jaguar talk. You guys jump in, 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. A big thanks to Beaver Chevy, Toyota, Mitsubishi. They are all over the First Coast, and they are there to wow you. So you make sure you check out the Beaver Automotive Group. We got a full house. Coach Campo hanging out with us for the first hour.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. There's a key that opens a very special door. The Jaguars locker room. Go in the locker room with Hayes Carline to get closer to the Jags. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Leon Sersa here for Male Excel. Your doctor says your testosterone is normal. Normal for who? Beta males? That's outdated thinking. Male Excel uses optimum levels for when you were 25. Daily dosing, multiple hormones personalized for you. Not some insurance company spreadsheet. This is precise medicine, not sick care. Get your free test today at trymaleexcel.com. Start being optimal.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. The Everbank London Getaway Experience. One lucky winner and a guest get round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and tickets to see the Jags play in London. Everbank.com/London for official rules. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Everbank London Getaway sweeps entry period 7/28/25 to 9/5/25. Enter and get official rules and details at everbank.com/London.
Finding the right plumber to reline your cast iron pipes doesn't have to be a stressful experience. When you hire Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, you can rest assured you're getting the best in the industry. At Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, we're so confident in our work that we encourage you to get multiple estimates. Look at each company's reviews and check the scope of their pipelining work to make sure it's what you're expecting. But at the end of the day, make the superior choice. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. Request a free estimate at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
One man, one hammer. One place to hear it drop. Hammer Time with Hayes, weekdays on The Frangie Show.
On 1010XL, driven by Kia on Atlantic. Southside Kia is now Kia on Atlantic.
Got a cracked windshield? Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Mack and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars, to trucks, to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, or we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Let's get the work done.
Training camp is here.
Up, quick feet.
1010XL's training camp coverage is backed by Roland Reach Plumbing and Green Acres Sporting Goods.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. It's live now. Let's go.
Leonard Skinner is coming home, and they're bringing the Stars and Stripes. Celebrate Southern rock and American pride with Leonard Skinner Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. It's a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our armed forces.
Singing songs about
Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Tickets on sale Wednesday, August 13th, only at Ticketmaster. DailysPlace.com for details. Be there when Skinner rocks for those who serve.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
to do a better job with communication. I think that's probably the number one thing. That's just everywhere, you know, even the sideline operation, all that stuff. So I think a lot of that stuff, first game, preseason, you know, you see stuff like that and you get better at everything. Well, that's what we're focused on right now. I think the guys have done a great job of that the last 2 days. So working hard and getting that right. They did a lot of good things too.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
That was Anthony Campanile, your defensive coordinator, cut courtesy of Jaguars.com. And he mentioned sideline stuff, which would suggest that the sideline coaches need to be talking to their guys and making sure they are ready to go. That's for sure. We got a couple more from Anthony Campanile, but there's no question that, like I said, he used his full glossary today. He was trying to charge those guys up, make sure that they were assignment rich. And
this was locker room talk.
And Liam Cohen said it a bunch. He goes, assignment, man, assignment and alignment. Those are the things that were driving him crazy. And I talked to Dwan Smoot, and we'll get to him coming up in just a bit. But, Coach, you have preached about the lack of fits. And whenever people hear fits, like, what are you talking about? Well, fits in the run game. You got to be in those gaps or you're going to get run on.
Whenever there's a big play, somebody was out of a gap.
Yeah.
You very seldom see a guy just come off the football offensively and knock a defensive lineman on the ground and somebody run through there. Mm-hmm. If everybody's got a responsibility versus the run, including the secondary,
right?
You know, they're responsible for cutback plays and stuff like that. So, you know, when you see a big play, somebody's not in the gap. And when you don't have that, the linebackers don't know where to fit. Mm-hmm. You know, it's usually a defensive lineman that's out of position because he tries to make a play. He gets where he's supposed to. He sees the back doing something, and then instead of taking care of that gap, he comes out, goes the other way, and there's nobody there. You got two guys in the same gap. That's the fits.
Coach, I mean, listen, I can appreciate Campanile cussing, all right? And nothing like a good old cuss word, all right? But at some particular point, Coach, don't those players have to recognize, shouldn't they be having those kind of conversations in the huddle, on the sideline? You know, I mean,
before the snaps.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's what was troubling to me is the fact that their second team offense, there's still a second team offense, went right down, and there was no sense of urgency in that huddle. Like, hey, look, we're the ones. We're at home. There's no sense of urgency for them to do anything other than what they did.
I'm sure that's why all the cuss words came out today, because obviously that wasn't the case. And again, there's everybody's accountable for what they do, you know, and somebody should be saying exactly what you said. Hey, let's go, guys. Come on. And I don't know that we saw that still.
And that's leadership.
Yep.
That's someone that wants. It's leadership. That's the wanting to win, right? The will to win. I mean, and nobody's taking it personal enough for me. I mean, that's troubling. I'm speculating.
I know,
because I'm not in that locker room.
Right.
But I'm saying on the field, at some particular point, you got to draw the line in the sand and say, okay, enough's enough. Let's get this team off the field.
And I will say,
go ahead.
I will say just what I said a minute ago. There was a great competition between the DBs and the receivers in that one-on-one. Mm-hmm. There was they were ending up on the ground. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why he ended up with one fight, you know, because they heard an earful from the coaching staff for sure. But I agree with you. There's got to be somebody that takes control in there.
And I think if nothing else, and this is when we're comparing it to something that went south, which is what the last regime ultimately did. Doug Peterson gets fired, Balky gets bounced. We shouldn't be comparing them to them because they need to be way better than them. Okay, but the one thing that I like is that Liam at the very least said, "You're staying out here. We ain't done. Compete one-on-ones. You got to win them. You can't be there and not get your share of plays." And offense and defense looks like they're trading now. Jag on jag, good. That's always going to be our question. Mm-hmm. I just want to see what it all like. In other words, when we get to a 60-play game, Leon, do you see a football team that I don't think we know the true answer, but do you think you see a football team that can adapt and adjust through 60 minutes, figure out how to make plays on offense and make plays on defense?
Based on Saturday's game
and what you've seen in practice.
Offensively, yeah. I mean, I thought Trevor was I think he was quick release, got rid of the ball. I think there was a good flow between him and the wide receivers as far as the plays go. But ultimately, that could be stopped. I mean, I know why they're doing the quick passes because they don't have that much faith in the offensive line. Yeah. But what's going to happen when they press you? And now Trevor has to hold on to the ball a little longer. I mean, those type of mechanics, those type of things are going to happen in the game. The defense just gave up too many big plays. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This team is. I mean, it's a question mark right now.
Yeah, and they didn't game plan, so that's the only thing that you could take out of this, Coach. Would you be correct there?
Yeah, you're looking for individual action in the first couple preseason games. But at the same time, when you got a new staff and new everything, that's why this is not a ready-made team right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it like I'm a little nervous about a lot of things. And we've been nervous right along about the offensive line and this and that. And, you know, if this team wins 7 or 8 or 9 games, I would be absolutely ecstatic. If everybody thinks they're going to come in and this team is going to win 12 games, it's not happening, in my opinion.
Yeah, July Joe's taking a hit right now.
Yeah, and you can see
Joe just got a slap in the face.
Yeah, I had a double-digit winner here in Duval. Okay,
that's if they do.
But we still love July Joe. I mean, July Joe's awesome, actually.
I love him, but I have to say goodbye to him once the season starts.
The thing I'm the most excited about, to be honest with you, is individuals.
Yes, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm talking about young guys. Milam, Monheim, Tootin, LeQuint.
Well, that's great because they're all draftees from this.
That's right.
By the way,
to me, that's why this is where they're going. This is where they have to go, right?
By the way, Coach, LeQuint is a straight street fighter, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Because when him and the linebacker squared up, it was LeQuint against Branson Combs. He got him a couple shots.
He was in the fight, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's who he is. I mean, there's no question.
He's a physical so-and-so.
That's what
told us that.
That's what excites me. Travis Hunter.
Right.
Jerry and Jones, young guys.
Yes.
You know, that's what excites me more than anything else. I was going to be excited about Mason Graham, but I don't know if we're going to see Mason Graham at any time.
Mason Smith. Yeah, Mason
Smith.
We wish it was Mason Graham.
Yeah, we like to have Mason Graham.
Coach,
Mason Smith.
There was a sighting of Mason Smith outside. I mean,
there was?
Oh, yeah. He was running, I think, pursuit drills.
What is that?
Okay.
Where you get in your stance and you run, and then wherever the coach points to, you run.
Conditioning.
Conditioning.
And was that more than
Blues weight drills?
That was more than working on the side.
That's JJ.
No, that was more than working on the side. I mean, him and Armstrong were there. Him and Armstrong, both of them.
JJ keeps
trying to
asking
get him
what
in
his
shape.
injury is,
Armstead.
and then keeps responding
Armstead.
fat.
Yeah, fat boy drills. I got it.
Hey, listen, all you guys need to know is that those two were out there. Okay?
They were.
Smith and Armstead. That's really all you need to know more than anything else. And we'll see where it goes. But the other thing is, just to kind of bring it back to, there's some successes, but there are also some serious fails. They line up at their own one and tucked inside their own one. They've got to get it out and off of the goal line. And what happens? Dewey busts Tank in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah.
And then the next play is batted down. And then third down, they did make a play, but you can always argue whether the pass rush is going to get there or not. But those are the moments that this is, and I like it because you got to fight like hell to figure out what you're going to do to succeed.
Listen, I seen a lot of good from this team during training camp, right? But they got to be able to take that and translate that onto the field when it matters the most. Yeah. That's been the biggest hang up on this team is that you remember last year how Doug used to say, well, we had a great week of practice and then they go out there and play terrible.
No, you didn't have a great week of practice.
You can't say that.
Yeah, we can't get anywhere near that.
Exactly. I mean, those days have to be gone. And then it just seems like it's still entrenched in this thing. We can go out there and see them battle each other and play hard and be physical and have a tempo and have they're fluent, and then we'll watch the preseason game, and all of that we saw in training camp just disappeared.
Do you remember Doug like almost scratching his head like we had a really good week of practice. Like, how is that possible?
Exactly.
It's not. You don't have a good week of practice if you lose 53-3 or
Right,
whatever.
but how could you have even convinced yourself that you had? And players said we worked our tails off. And this just goes over the world.
Yeah,
talking.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was pretty obvious now, but holy cow! So anyway, we do all agree there's certainly pluses and minuses on this team. The roster eval is still going to be underway because it's not nearly as built as you would hope and wish it was. And then also learning curve when it comes to coaches, Coach.
Yeah.
That's real.
Hey.
Arthur Smith's school. Now, again, they didn't game plan against one another.
Right.
But Arthur Smith just said, we're going to run our stuff, and they were successful versus this group.
Yeah, here's what I want to see this week. I want to see the defense a little bit more aggressive.
Okay.
Number one, offensively, I want to see them run the football. Run it.
Yeah.
You know, like they did today in practice. Run it. And let's see what happens. You know?
Coach, your history.
I love when Coach gets fired.
Yeah, I love
like
it too. Absolutely. Now, your history coaching is that the first preseason game, the second preseason game, that's when you probably see your biggest jump as far as, because now I was talking about this yesterday, because practice is simulated. I mean, you could say it's going full speed, but it's never full speed if you can't hit the quarterback. Okay. So now you got simulations in practice. Now your first preseason game, you've gone through it. Now your second preseason, there should be a much better improvement by the team, right?
Well, I saw one, the one that Travis Hunter missed the tackle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was a learning experience for him, because that thing got back on him faster than he'd ever seen it before.
Yeah, he got mushroomed.
Mm-hmm.
And so he learned from that. That's why in the second one, the game speed makes a difference in what happens during the ball game. So, there's no question in my mind, this is the game that you got to play your starters. Probably, I'd like to see more than a quarter. I'd like to see them go to halftime. But, because I look at it as like a 4-game preseason situation. The first game, you don't play them at all. Well, the second game is our first game now, because, this first game is now the second game in a 4 deal.
Yeah.
So they played a little bit, one series. This game next week, this coming week, is the game you play your guys, and then in the last one, you just give them a little test, a little taste.
You would give them a half, Coach? You would give them at least a half?
Listen, I would.
Yeah.
But again, at least a quarter, which is probably at least 2 series.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say you'd like to get them 3 or 4 series to make sure they're ready to go.
And you'd like to cross the goal line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the offense, you got to play at least a quarter. I think the defense
just got to play.
Play, man.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of competition that you're trying to figure out. Okay, hey, Cream, rise to the top, please. Please. And so that and there's
you say there's competition. I say you play because you're not that good.
Yeah. Well, I've not been glossing this roster at all. I know where we're at. It's a bulky build. Okay, anyone who wants to say that they have everything they need is nuts. And so they've still got to get better, but create competition. And you might be able to get a little bit more out of each of these individuals. That's what it boils down to. All right, we'll keep it going on that. You guys hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosure, 641-1010. We say thanks to Beaver Chevy, Toyota, Mitsubishi. The brand new Mitsubishi store is right there where the old Toyota store used to be. That is in the AUG on US 1. The brand new Toyota location is right next to Best Bet, St. Augustine at 95 and 207. And then Phillips Highway. You can trust Brett and the Beaver boys. They are always ready to take care of you up on Phillips Highway. It is XL Primetime, staying on the Jags, and let's take at least a little bit of a peek at what you might expect from the Saints coming up.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Hey, Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden & Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses or refractive lens exchange and classic LASIK, designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. Bowden & Associates, they're keeping the First Coast focused.
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
San Jose Collision in Mandarin is proud to be an iCard Gold Class collision repair facility. That means they meet the industry's highest training standards. Experience the difference at San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
If someone you love needs a pick-me-up, then it's time to get serious about it and send them a Kuhn floral arrangement. Max Fink here with 1010XL. You'll be assured of quality delivery, that's for sure. Log on and order online at kuhnflowers.com.
Jaguars football is officially back. Be there as number 2 overall draft pick Travis Hunter, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, and new head coach Liam Cohen take the field for the first time during the 2025 NFL regular season. Secure your seats for when the Jaguars take on the Panthers September 7th by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
I know you love sports, so why not take that passion and make a difference in your community as a volunteer coach with the YMCA? Whether it's soccer, basketball, volleyball, or flag football, the Y is always looking for positive role models to help kids grow in both skills and character. Even if you've got no coaching experience, that's fine. We'll provide the training. Step up, give back, and be the coach that makes a difference. To volunteer, visit your local Y or fcymca.org.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barry here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barry Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarryOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barry Orthopedics.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I think some of that is situational awareness. You know, you want to be tighter on guys, especially on the third downs. You know, you can't give them that space that we gave them on a couple reps the other night. But part of that is some young guys and getting that right over the course of the game and correcting those things when you come back in. And that's where we're at in camp right now. You know, still working, still a work in progress, and got to do a better job with some of those things.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
That was Anthony Campanile, your defensive coordinator, not for Gile, Campanile. And you don't want to get
going down that road, aren't you?
Well, I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there yet. But you don't want to get beat by the whip, okay? And that is work in progress, okay? The WIP,
Joe,
okay?
First off, he's talking about situational awareness.
Yeah.
Like you learned that in high school.
Well, but these are also calls. Like when you say you learn that in high school, I mean, come on. So there are calls.
Look at Dave shaking his head.
I know, but I'm just saying you can learn a lot of things. Can you do what you're supposed to do? This is a whole different animal.
A lot of, Dave, am I not right? A lot of defensive football is knowing where you're supposed to be, knowing angles, and knowing leverage.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you learn that when, Dave?
Well, you hope they learn it in high school, but you still have to coach them up, though.
Yeah.
You know, people think
I
that
guess.
the NFL, the guy's just going to run out there. They wouldn't have us out there as coaches
Right.
if they just going to
I get that. No, I get that.
Coaching
I
matters.
totally
common
get that.
sense.
But
Common
coaching
sense
lives
tells you.
matter.
3 weeks in,
If
common
it's third
sense
down
also,
and 3
right.
and they make a call and you're standing 10 yards off
Yes.
the guy, you got a problem. Did the quarterback going to take the snap, throw it out there? That's
Right.
what they did.
Yeah. And so
That's what they did.
Again, let me ask you this very basic question. Situational awareness, was the call made or was the player not making the play that the call was?
Well, it's a combination
Yeah.
because if you're playing cover 3, the corner's going to be off.
Right.
Today in
That's
practice,
the
if you
call.
noticed.
You see what
if
I'm
you
saying?
noticed in practice
So you think
today,
it's Campanile?
It's as much.
All I'm saying is when you're on the boundary as a corner and it's 3rd and short, you're not playing outside leverage.
I 100% understand that. But what I'm trying to say is that someone is directing these guys. They're not making up their own rules.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm with you.
I'll you know what?
You got to go along with the call. I mean, the call has
I'll
to be.
defer to Dave.
And the first game, the first
Right.
preseason game, you're not going to have all your stuff in there. I mean,
Right.
there's certain things you do. What Joe was saying is correct. There's certain things you do when it's 3rd down and 10, and then there's certain things you do when it's 4 to 6, and there's certain things you do when it's 1 to 3,
Right.
and there's certain things you do when it's less than 1.
Yeah.
Those things have got to be taught.
Right.
They have to be taught. Here's what we're doing in those situations. So I agree with you. If I'm playing corner and it's 3rd down and 3, common sense is going to tell me if I stand out here and I don't challenge the guy, they're going to throw the ball out there and that's it.
Yeah, like if you...
And that's common sense.
Yeah, if you
That's
have
not
to walk
anything
back
do
to
with
where the
either.
chain is, if you have to walk back to where the first down marker is...
At least show up there.
Right, well, let me say
and
this.
then back off so that they don't know that it's
agree with what
wide
you guys
open.
are saying, but let me say this. The first play that happens, where it's 3rd and short and you're 8 yards off, don't you go to the sideline after that series and say, hey, coach, we're 3rd and short, we're 8 yards off.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. That's what you do.
Yeah,
the coach should do that.
Yeah, that's why he just got through saying some sideline stuff as well.
Yeah.
Campanile got paddled by Cohen on this, okay?
He did.
Let's not forget that, okay? It
Right, so
ain't
Fragile
just
might
the
be,
player. Huh?
Fragile might be a little apropos right now.
Not yet. Like I said, all these judgments that take place off of one preseason game, a little over the top.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
wait
like
and see.
him.
But I like
like
snap
him.
judgments.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him. I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah, I just want to see where it goes. That's really all I'm looking for.
He did have a little look. I mean, and we talked about this yesterday. He did have that Ryan Nielsen, I don't know what the hell's going on look on his face at one point in the 3rd quarter when they went to him, the camera. Like, what in the world's going on?
Well, he
I
said
can't find anyone in this play, anything in this play
basically-
sheet to fix
The
this.
one time he basically, which is somebody made a mistake.
Yeah.
He basically said, "You got to be
Bleep it.
kidding
Your
me."
line.
Your line. Let's go Cowboys.
Yeah.
Exactly. He went like this. He goes, "You got to be kidding me," with a different language involved in it.
And so, going back to Leon's point yesterday, game 1 to game 2, you want to see improvement. I really want to see it when it matters most, when the regular season counts. So you may not see it all right now because they're still not 100% game planning. But I do want to see some better stuff on that
Well,
side.
I mean, you want to see better effort. You want to. And Coach was saying this earlier. I want to see him run the ball. Run the ball. I mean, I like what I saw on Trevor getting the ball to the wide receivers. I want to see if this is going to be a run team, and the foundation is going to be run. You got to put the offensive line in situations where they can pound the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you tell me that you're committed to the run. I need to see some 2 tight sets. Give me some 2 tight sets. If you're going to run the ball, I would love to just see them go all the way down the field just running, because this offensive line's got to be toughened up. It's got to be physical, because what they're playing, the type of offense they're playing, one-on-one matchups, double teams, traps, toss, all that kind of stuff, you might as well get them warmed up for it.
Yeah.
I would run, I'm old school. I run the first 10 plays run.
Yeah.
So, Coach, here's one off the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, and this kind of goes to what we have been talking about. Isn't the key to a good defense trusting that your teammates are going to do what they're supposed to do and getting comfortable with each other? Because sometimes a guy tries to make up for another guy.
Absolutely. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You get guys trying to do their own thing. And the one thing that I know from watching Green Bay's defense, you didn't have a lot of that.
Right.
You didn't have guys getting out of their gap and discipline, all that.
Right,
so
well, you also had Quay Walker, and I mean, we can go down the list of players they have.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm talking about just discipline in
and
itself.
by the way, 3rd round draft pick.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a discipline thing, and hopefully those are things. Listen, our first year in the NFL, back in 1989, we tried to win every preseason game instead of making sure that every single guy knew what he was supposed to do, and that there was going to be a process to get it done. Because we were so used to winning at the University of Miami, we won the preseason. We took Denver, the quarterback, the great one,
Johnny Elway,
into the fourth quarter and into overtime because they were upset with the way Trent Landry was treated.
Yeah.
So Dan Reeves, who was the coach,
right, was a Cowboys
took him
player.
into the fourth
Landry,
quarter,
right?
And they beat us in the fourth quarter or in the overtime. But we thought, hey, this is easy. We won all the preseason games and took Elway into overtime.
Yeah.
We go down to New Orleans and we get run out of the joint by Bobby Hebert. So some of it is just, it's a learning experience for the coaching staff, too. Yeah. Campanelli's in a learning experience.
You better believe it. He is. He's a first-timer. All right, we'll go to break on this because you reminded me of two things that scare me. When Leonard Fournette, when asked what it was like, this was in the preseason as a rookie, he said, not much different than the SEC. You can't say that in the preseason. And then Travis Hunter saying kind of the same thing. Not that big of a deal. You can't wait till you see a full game, and then you'll start to get a little bit of a feel for it.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys jump in. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Get more horsepower under the hood.
Down the backstretch.
Saturday at Richmond.
It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 on Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
Okay, for this Cannons of Jacksonville commercial, we need an idea to really come out with a bang.
Like having a guy shot out of a cannon.
Nah, too messy. In fact, Cannons is known for all your towing needs.
So like my car won't start.
No. Towing products. Cannons does custom welding fabrication and installation of trailer hitches, goosenecks, tow bars, truck racks.
So you might say Cannons is my best shot at finding that inventory in stock?
Boom. You said it.
Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durban Park, Butler Point, and now in Ortega Park. Chicken Salad Chick.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 12, 1994, the MLB Players Association goes on strike, leading to the cancellation of the World Series. A dark day for baseball.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Jacksonville.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Frangie, and I got to tell you, I can't fix anything. I would be so lost with plumbing problems if not for Duck Duck Rooter. But everybody knows to call the Duck. Well, I do too. Whether it's plumbing, air conditioning, septic, they handle all of it, and nobody does a better job than our friends at Duck Duck Rooter. Any of those needs you have, call them today, 904-862-6769, or go to duckduckrooter.com. If you've got problems, call Duck Duck Rooter. They'll handle it. I guarantee it.
Looking for your new favorite hangout this football season? Try Voodoo Brewing Company in the heart of San Marco. Locally owned and community focused, Voodoo Brewing serves up award-winning beers, scratch-made upscale pub fare, and laid-back vibes where everyone's welcome. For live music, trivia nights, and all the football action this season, make Voodoo Brewing Company Jacksonville your new favorite spot on San Marcos Square.
Go see for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores, and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels. Circa Resort and Casino has 2 epic pro football contests, Circa Million and Circa Survivor. Circa Million, pick 5 games weekly against the spread for $1 million grand prize. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no spread, last one standing wins $15 million. Enter at any Circa in Nevada, play anywhere. Sign up for either and get 50% off a 2-night stay. Helmets and Heels will be live from Circa in Vegas on August 22nd. Full contest details at circasports.com and the 1010XL homepage.
60 days from now, you'll be one of these 2 guys. The first guy, sluggish, foggy, and feeling like he just can't keep up like he used to. The second guy, driven, strong, and confident. Why? Male Excel's breakthrough microdosing protocol, a daily low-dose testosterone. You don't have to be the first guy anymore. Be the second guy. Take the same steps he took. Try MaleExcel.com. 100,000 men chose wisely. Your move.
David here with Royal Pest Services. It's back. Our summer Centricon Termite Special. New installs begin as low as $249. And if you have existing Centricon, but your renewal is through the roof, we can transfer you to Royal at no cost. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free estimate.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We had some fisticuffs out there today for the first time in camp.
That's a good thing. No, I think it means guys are usually competing. You don't want guys fighting, all day and wrecking the practice. There's not time for that, but sometimes tempers flare, and usually that means there's emotion out there, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. We don't want them fighting each other all practice, but guys are getting heated and competing. I think that's a good thing.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Anthony Campanile, defensive coordinator, that cut courtesy of Jaguars.com. He had a smile when he was asked about that question.
I like that. Heated and competed. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
And then he did say the next part of the Q&A was, no one's worth 15. Don't fight in a game.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can definitely get some frustration out on the practice field.
Yeah, I mean,
don't do it all the time.
There's nothing wrong with it, and I kind of saw that coming because I've been in those film sessions when you don't play it as well as you should have played, and the coaches give it, the belt to butt, and then you want to go out there and prove, because the coaches, this is what coaches do, and assistant coach, when they watch film, they point out guys on bust and this and that, and the worst thing you could do to a player is embarrass him in front of his peers.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You don't like that. So then if you get called out in the meeting room, then you say, okay, I'm going to show him.
Right.
So now you come on the practice field and you want to show him up for showing you up in the film room.
Which is kind of what
Which is okay. Which is fine. It's called mental gymnastics.
Hey, Dave, let me ask Dave something real quick, because I don't think we've asked him this yet. We see this in camp all the time where the offense will have a bad day, come back and have a good day. The defense will have a bad day, come back and have a good day. Is it possible, that what the defense showed Saturday was just a bad day?
Yeah. I mean,
if we're bringing bad into the conversation, yes, it is possible.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, obviously, the next question is it possible that it's going to get much better?
Well, first of all, absolutely. I mean, the first preseason game, it's kind of funny because Hacker, on the night of the game, put something on X. He said that defense looked like a knife through butter. Well, when he walked out yesterday, Baselli came right up to him and said, "Hack, a little tough on us for a preseason game." There is something to a first preseason game not being exactly how you think it should be. Okay? And obviously, I'm sure that Baselli was a little bit embarrassed with the way they played too, but it's early. And so, you look at it and you say, okay, it's a learning experience.
I don't like Jags
Let's go
brass
forward.
trying to intimidate our on-air people.
too, right?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Hack won't back down. He's
I will
Tom
say
Petty.
He's a journalist.
I think he was smiling. I think he was smiling when he said it. I don't think it was really intimidating.
Right, but and again, to be fair, I mean, Liam Cohen and Campanile also have been very hard on them about how they played. So
Yes.
it's not just the media that's seen this, or fans that are seeing this.
Uptick.
Yeah.
Okay, expectations.
Sometimes you look at something bad to really let them understand who you are and how you're going to operate with them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to let yourself go and say, "Hey, let's go."
Yeah, it's the classic.
That's
what do you
it.
Be?
Well, the players should be embarrassed by the way they play, especially at home. Whatever we talked about all last couple of years, this team does not get up for home games. They can't win games at home. And I know it's a preseason game, but when you walk into that stadium and you got the fans out there and that energy, you got to feed off that. You can't serve them that plate of mess that they served Saturday.
Yeah, correct.
Come on now.
You also can't serve it against the Panthers in Week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you're only out there for one drive.
One drive, bro.
Bring it. Like I said,
thank you.
I do feel like we now have become the king of overreaction. Almost.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
That's the only thing. It's the only thing we really have to judge right now, and so we probably are going in deep on it. But yeah, I do want to. I got to see a little bit more. There's no question. Got to see a little bit more.
Look,
with these next couple.
In that one drive, there was like 6 pass rush opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of those edges did anything.
No, they didn't get home.
Anything.
Yeah.
Well, plus they were so soft that they didn't have a chance to get there. The quarterback got rid of it.
Right, but you watched
Think
it,
about-
okay?
think about what
I
Chris just
understand.
said.
I understand that, and I understand the zone coverage, but watch those plays again. They weren't close to having any kind of pressure.
But it was boom.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah, that's 2.5 seconds.
I watched the first quarter.
There
of
were
the
a couple there
22.
where
It was out
he was beyond 2.5 seconds for at least 2 of those throws.
Well, I guess I am going to have to go
You
back.
have to go back and watch it, okay?
All right. EJB chimes in on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Just my opinion. I think we'll see more of what they want to do in the third preseason game. I'll hold my excitement and concerns after Week 1 against the Panthers. And I get it, bro, because you got to see what a team can do over a 60-play, 60-minute stretch. And this team, this ain't Rome in 7 days. At least it doesn't look like it.
Well, here's what I hate, and Coach can appreciate that. When you play the way you play like that on Saturday, it's a wasted rep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a rep. You're working on your craft. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be, offensive lineman, defense, you're working on your craft. And then when you go out there and you bust in coverage, you don't do assignments, you don't communicate, that's wasted reps.
It still should tick you off, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Every single play should be played to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in a condensed preseason where you don't have very many opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And if a guy doesn't understand that, he's not going to be around. That's the bottom line right there.
And Leon, they should be embarrassed by the way they played. Should they not?
They should be. They should be a little embarrassed because it was a lot of what we saw last year. And what you're hoping for is that those days are past.
Mm-hmm.
What we saw Saturday was a lot of what we saw last year. And we were hoping with the new regime and everything, the new coaching staff, the energy, that this team will go and play with a little fire. And they disappointed us once again.
Yeah. That's it. All right, we got to see more. Coach, we will see more of you at the end of the week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget, this time next Tuesday, we will be at the Ale House at Beach and Hodges. Hope you'll be a part of it. It's not saying sayonara. It's just saying well wishes to Coach Dave Campo, who will be heading off to Dallas. He'll still be very much a part of XL Primetime, and Campo and Joe. So next Tuesday, if you can come on out, Hodges, Ale House right there at Beach and Hodges. We'd love to see you. Coach, thank you, bro.
You got it.
All right, into the 1 o'clock hour, Dwan Smoot, still a conversation with him. One dude did text in, got some questions about this, and this is Andy Staples from On3 that gave his list of blue bloods in college football. That's worth getting into as well coming up.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Your afternoon Uber drivers.
Come on, let's take a ride.
The Frenchie Show.
It's a big mobile.
Let us give you a lift.
0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds.
Afternoons 4 to 6 on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
Florida heat hitting like a heavyweight? Time to call in the champ. KO Electric and HVAC. We knock out the heat and power up your comfort. Fast, reliable, and undefeated in home service. KOElectricJacks.com. KOElectricJacks.com.
XL Primetime is back weekdays noon to 2, and on Wednesdays, join Dr. George Bari at 1:20 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Make sure you catch Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime Wednesdays at 1:20 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more. I just took a COVID test. Ugh. Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Jackson's more than a city, beaches, suburbs, or a destination. We're a community that takes care of each other. I'm former Jaguar Tom McManus. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is dedicated to serving you with respect and integrity. From estate cleanouts to furniture and appliance removal, we handle it all. Call 506-1256 for your free estimate today. We're here for you. We're veteran-owned and operated. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling.
This is Hayes Carlion, here from a driver who made the smart move to buying a vehicle from Atlantic Infiniti.
Hayes, this is my second Infiniti, so I knew exactly what I wanted, and Atlantic Infiniti made it so easy for me. The GM Dwayne had my new ride ready to go, and I was in and out of the dealership in about 30 minutes. The Atlantic Infiniti promise just sealed the deal for me. It's $2,500 in added value, including roadside assistance. I am so happy with my new car.
Atlantic Infiniti, Atlantic, near St. John's Bluff.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Frank Franzi here for Coyle & Sons Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in 1996? You know who doesn't miss? Coyle & Sons Fencing. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821. That's 904-356-4821. Or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E, Jacks.com. Coyle & Sons, keeping your business and home safe for nearly a century.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. When it comes to the Jags' rival, the Tennessee Titans, head coach Brian Callahan says the timeline on L'Jarius Sneed returning from the PUP list is still yet to be determined. And the Buffalo Bills are signing former Jaguar Trey Herndon. Herndon's best known for his long tenure here in Jacksonville, playing 11 games with the team in 2018. Right now, 91 degrees at 1 o'clock. Time in 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
10 1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
1 o'clock hours here at XL Primetime. We definitely are hanging out, talking ball, excited for all that's ahead of us. You guys know Saturdays and Sundays are going to be filled to the brim as we get going, I think, a dozen days till week 0. And then on we go with the big college football matchups, all the NFL action. We say thanks to Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota, Beaver Mitsubishi. They are all there to wow you. Cameron's the new sales manager at Beaver Mitsubishi. He just wants you guys to come check it out. And also a huge pre-owned department there as well. So that means anything you're looking for, Cameron, Fran, all of them, they can take care of you. Make sure you check out their brand new Mitsubishi store. All right, so we mentioned college football heading into the 1 o'clock hour. We've got a nice, here comes the judge coming up here in just a bit. But let's drop a little college knowledge, shall we?
Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
So this was via Andy Staples from On3, and he put it out on X, and as you can imagine, it created quite a stir. And all you college football fans, you think that whoever you root for, that they're a blue blood. Most of you are probably right because you root for a lot of the big-time teams. So blue bloods, according to Andy Staples, he has 12 blue bloods. He goes Alabama, Michigan, Tennessee, Florida State, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Georgia, Miami, Texas, LSU, Notre Dame, and Southern Cal. Those are his blue bloods right now. And then he goes with Miss the Cut. And right below that line was War Eagle, Clemson, Go Gators, Nebraska, and Penn State.
It's pretty inarguable.
What say you, Hurricane
I
Hall of
have no
Famer?
problem with it. Absolutely no problem with it.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
We got to get Andy on.
I think
that's like the weirdest list
Tennessee
ever.
is weird.
So is Miami. How is Miami not weird?
Wait, okay.
Wait.
Let me explain something. Over the last 50 years, all right, Alabama has 9 national championships. Miami has 5. Everybody else has 3. So what do you mean?
Wait, so if we're going
last 50 years,
that's fine.
Okay, well, yeah.
That's fine if we're going back that far, right?
Why shouldn't we?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
If you're going back that far,
decade guy.
what is Tennessee on that list for? And Florida, who's won 3 national titles, not on that list.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tennessee does. If I'm looking for the outlier right now, that's the number one I'm looking for.
Also Clemson. Clemson's won 2 national championships in the last 10 years.
They're not below the line.
They're not the blue blood.
So that was just an outlier.
No, but like if you have a run for 5 years,
13 of the last 14 years of winning at least 10 games is an outlier.
Yeah, it's like Notre Dame. Notre Dame is more blue hair than blue blood right now.
You got nothing from me on that one.
Nah,
bro.
you know better than me.
Yeah.
I think if you just do it under one coach, it's like that to me is not the same.
Well, all right, how
if
about this?
one coach is at Clemson and he's been dominant, Clemson's not a blue blood. You have to have done it for multiple eras.
So
well,
what's the
they
criteria?
also have one back in the day too. So don't forget that.
When I would say criteria for a blue blood,
Since Leon went 5 decades.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to go with that.
Right. If you're going to go back 5
listen, we're the only one that got 5.
But Clemson wasn't dominating back then.
No, but they did win once.
Yeah.
So what's the criteria for a blue blood? I mean,
honestly, I think
it sounds like he's being creature of the moment right
championships, All-Americans,
NFL
too.
Yeah.
It got to be.
I don't think there's any question that you belong in the blue blood category, but it does fall also under the heading of where the hell have you been? Because as good as you guys were, slipping off the map and not having won a conference championship.
Slipping off the map.
Yeah.
We still have the most. We still got the most players in the NFL.
No, I'm talking
still
about.
Got the most Hall of Fame. We still got the
Dubs. We're talking about dubs.
Well, listen, so
when was the
going
last
to-
time you
going
won a
pro-
conference championship?
So going pro doesn't mean anything, I guess.
When was the last time you won a
All
conference
Americans
championship?
don't mean anything.
You guys still.
Hall of
It's
Fame-
also about
you know what I love? You know what I
Hall
love?
of Famers don't mean
Leon
anything.
says, "Look, I played for the Steelers. I played for the Jaguars. I played in the NFL for 11 years. The Canes are my team."
Absolutely.
Well, it's also
So when you start
brand.
saying that, it's also about dubs.
It's about brand too.
Championships, bro.
Well,
What was the last
yeah.
championship y'all won?
It all matters. Brand matters.
Bro, over the last 50 years,
When's the last championship Oklahoma won?
Yeah.
we got 5. Now Alabama has
like,
9.
would you ever say that
like
Oklahoma?
eight Big 12 championships?
Yeah.
Is that enough?
I'm talking about the real one.
Yeah,
bro.
but 02 it was
Was
the
you
last one
talking
for
about
them.
the real one?
Yeah.
All right, it was 2000 was their last
Okay,
one.
so that's
2000.
before Miami, and you would never say Oklahoma's not a blue blood. Of course they are.
Because they've won 8 Big 12 titles since they've been.
Not because
they've been
they're
in the
not
BCS,
a blue blood because of what they've done
played in
since the year
BCS national
2000.
championship games. They played in the college football playoff. Are you out of your
They've
mind?
never even won a playoff game.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't matter. They played in
God.
Well, they played. Honestly, you can't ignore the fact that
Lee,
while
JJ, seriously?
No, but they're not considered a blue blood because
hang
of
on.
what they've done since the year 2000, Matt.
Right.
We all
They
know that.
absolutely are.
What?
it puts the actual stamp on them that they kept it going. They're a blue blood because of what they did in the 60s and 70s.
First
There's no
off,
doubt about that.
if it's so easy to win a conference championship, JJ, why hasn't Miami done it since
I didn't
2001?
say it's easy. I'm just saying
an
it's
easier
crazy to me
conference.
that you're acting like Oklahoma in the last 25 years
100%
is
they're a
why
blue
they're
blood.
considered a blue blood.
100%. It's part of the reason. Of course it is.
And here's the other part of it. OU has been in, when it's just been 2 teams playing for a natty, 4 teams playing for a natty. They've been in multiple ones. You're right. They have not won any of them. They got smoked the last time we saw them against LSU. But
Every
still-
time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm just
Against
saying
Clemson?
this
I mean,
last
they-
time.
Right, but they got there at least.
Yeah. And this was
My
the,
God, do you not give them any credit for that?
No.
No. Okay.
I
but you're
100%.
fine
I
with
mean,
Miami being on that list.
No,
being
I
the
just
blue
think
blood.
like the Big 12, you're winning the Big 12 in the 2000s. Okay, throw a parade. I'm just saying,
All right,
like,
well,
they're
you
not
guys
on that
haven't won
list
the
for
ACC,
that
which is
reason.
worse than the Big 12.
They're not on that list for that reason, is all I'm saying.
I'm
Because
taking-
blue blood is more than just how many natties you won. What have you done? Like, it's everything. It's your history. It's your brand. It's what people think of
So then
you.
why is Michigan on that list?
Right.
Because their history and their brand.
And part of the brand with Miami is no one shows up for their games, too. So we've got all the different things that we
We
look
showed
at.
up for Florida last year.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They did. But, all right,
So transparent, both of you. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
But all
All
I'm looking at right now, honestly, is the
This
fact
is a
it's-
Gator fan who made that list, by the way.
Yeah, it was a proud grad, and he kept Florida below the line when Florida has won multiple national championships with 2 different head coaches. And if we do go criteria, dominance if you think about college football in the 90s and the 2000s, that's 2 decades worth. You can't ignore what Florida did. And so those are good pieces of criteria. You can't ignore what Miami did in the 80s, the 90s, and the 00s.
Yeah, I think
So-
Florida is a blue blood.
Yeah,
I don't know why you're arguing that Miami shouldn't be.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not arguing that Miami shouldn't be. I'm not arguing
just
that.
say catch up recently is all.
Yeah, all I'm saying is recently being the last 2 decades.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, from 4 to.
We're slow starters.
Yeah, in those 2 decades, how many
Well,
times have
slow
the Gators
finishers
even
now.
beat Miami one time?
Here we go.
Because they only played a couple.
No, they haven't. Are you serious?
Yeah, no.
Miami's won like 7 of the last 8 games.
That's
or
because
something like that.
you guys were scared of them, basically.
Right.
What
It
is.
didn't even need to be a Florida v. Miami thing.
Well, you made it like that.
Yeah. All I said was.
No, actually, Leon did.
Yeah. Leon went 50 years because the last 20 haven't gone as well as you'd like them to go.
So I had to add on 30.
And so.
Leon starts saying,
Need to count the
don't
30
NFL
before.
players in Pro Bowls mean anything?
Well, that's my point with Oklahoma. We have to, Oklahoma is not a blue blood unless you count what they've done back in the day.
Same thing with Notre Dame.
Why are you
Of course
ashamed of
they
that?
are.
Of course, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Of course.
So,
of
why are
course
you supposed to be
Oklahoma is.
ashamed of that?
That's you would just basically have just decided that 8 Big 12 championships is nothing.
No, I'm saying that they wouldn't be on that list if we just were counting what's happened in the last 25 years.
Or college
clearly.
football playoffs. How many times were in the BCS? Were they in the BCS national championship game?
They were
3 or 2.
They lost to Florida.
Three
They beat
total.
Florida State. They
and they got
Lost
smoked
to LSU,
by
lost to
LSU.
Florida,
Yeah.
and they could have beaten Florida. That was a close game, and they
It
beat
was
FSU.
Close for 30. Yeah.
which
Okay,
they shouldn't have even been
They got the
playing.
orange and blue glasses on. That was a close game.
Shouldn't have even been playing Florida State that year.
here we
Would have got beat by Miami.
All right.
Clearly.
So we'll keep it going. We've got a here comes the judge
Screw Oklahoma.
that will pit Leon and Matt against one
Right,
another.
I feel like it's me and JJ.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing to me. The guy whose program has not won a conference championship since 2001 is all over a program that's won 8 in the last 2 decades.
Yeah, and
we measure Miami by
I don't care about conference titles, bro. In the Big 12 in 2000, that's not the same as winning the SEC.
So you don't care about the ACC?
I have an orange
Not
bowl.
really.
I have an
Well, you
orange
could have
bowl
gotten to the
ring
CFP
and
if
a
you'd
cotton
won
bowl
one.
ring. I don't wear those. Judge don't natties, baby.
Yeah, but that combo was good, though.
Yeah, it was.
That was a good team.
It was a good team.
That might have been the best team in the country that year.
All right, we'll keep it going. College football, Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota, Beaver Mitsubishi. Brand new location for Toyota, right next to Best Bet St. Augustine at I-95 and 207. Mitsubishi taking over holding it down on US 1 in the AUG, and then Beaver Chevrolet on Phillips Highway. Go check any of them out. They're there to wow you. So we'll keep it going with college football. We just had the top 25 come out yesterday. Who among the top 10 will get tossed out and finish the season unranked, and who can climb from outside of the top 25 into the CFP? We'll do that coming up.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Jaguars football lives here. Next up, the New Orleans Saints. Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 1010XL.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Chelsea here from Renewal by Anderson. You've seen and heard our ads where I talk about Renewal by Anderson's exclusive Fiberx material, twice as strong as vinyl, incredibly energy efficient, and custom built to fit your home perfectly. But if you haven't reached out yet, August only, Renewal by Anderson is offering triple savings. $300 off every window, $825 off every patio door, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Schedule your free consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
In late July, Florida's unforgiving heat beats down on the practice field. Every time something you need to know happens at training camp, you'll hear about it on 1010XL, covered by Green Acres Sporting Goods and Roland Reach Plumbing.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, visit AA Automotive on Richard Street. For oil changes to complex repairs, AA Automotive is a full-service repair shop for personal and commercial fleet vehicles. Trust AA to keep your ride running A-OK.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Tailgaters parking season passes are on sale now. Secure your Jaguar season parking today. Enjoy indoor restrooms, a full-service bar and grill, access 4 hours before kickoff. Visit tailgatersparking.com and book your space today.
I'm Frank Franzi. I told you my daughter Amber has tried Awaken 180. Man, has it worked. You ready for this? After 3 weeks and change, she's lost 22.5 pounds. You should give it a try. 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
You may not be able to control the air you breathe on the outside, but you certainly can on the inside of your home. Just call Florida Home AC and ask about the Remy Halo. It's the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Attention golfers, Hidden Hills Golf Club is an attractive destination for golfers all over the Southeast. You too will enjoy our classic Arnold Palmer design that will test your game and keep you coming back. Book a tee time at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Did you know that basketball and volleyball were invented at the YMCA? That's right, and even today, the Y continues to lead the way in youth sports programming, from toddlers just starting out to teens ready to compete. The Y offers skill development, recreational play, and competitive leagues, all in a fun, supportive environment. Get your child in the game to build character and skills at the Y. Registration is now open for youth volleyball and soccer at fcymca.org.
If life blindsided you tomorrow, would your family struggle?
I'm Cody with Harborstone Financial, and I can help. One call could protect your family for life. 904-885-9566. Harborstone Financial.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, we're back on XLP. The judge is out of the room. He's gone to get his robe.
He's getting
his
shaved.
gavel.
Yes.
So one of the attorneys will take over the show until he comes back in.
Oh,
his
there he is.
gavel
He looks
in his
fantastic.
white wig.
Yeah.
And I expect to be, maybe given a little leeway because of this. How I start I've
here.
basically opened your courtroom for you.
All right, listen. I got to get dressed up here, okay?
I'll hit the intro.
Here comes the judge.
Order in the court.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Love it.
You are a sexy man in that wig, I'll tell you that.
This is the best. All right. We have a courtroom setting. Here comes the judge. Order in the court. We have got a case to present. We're going to find out which of these two lads can lead their team to victory with a solid argument. I've got a couple of counselors in Leon Searcy and Matty Hayes. We say thanks to Campion Law. They bring it to you. If you find yourself in front of the judge, man, you better have your proper representation, and they can take care of you. Champions for Justice, and they will help you. Duval County, St. Johns County, they are there for you. Remember, log on campionlaw.com. All right, so we made it very simple, but this is a two-pronged argument, Leon Searcy.
Yes.
We need a team that was in the college football preseason top 25 that came out yesterday that you think will tumble so far when the season's over that they are completely unranked. And the other half of this is we want a team from outside that right now is unranked, outside of the top 25, that can play their way into the college football
Is it the top 20 or top 25?
Yeah, I thought the initial one was going to be the team in the top 10 that should be in the CFP that's going to fall all the way out and not be in the CFP.
Well,
why are you arguing with the judge?
Right, they're in the. Do you see?
Because we were in his chambers before the show, and I believe that's kind of what we had agreed upon.
Well, I was.
Hey, if someone was listening, that might be true, but it ain't. Okay, so
My understanding, Judge, Your Honor, was that a team that's in the top 10 right now, that may tumble be out. That's
you don't have to say Your Honor.
I'm just saying.
Thank you for the
it's called respect for the courtroom.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
See,
I might be leading a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, he was paying attention. That's points for him. Okay. All right. So
wait a second, Judge. I believe I'm the guy that actually started this thing a couple days ago.
Okay, but this is so simple. Okay. Yeah. There is no CFP right now.
Fine. Well, let's do it. I'm good. Let's do it.
This is so simple.
Yeah.
Who's in the top 10 that won't finish the season ranked?
And who's not in the top?
And who's not in the top 25 that'll make it to the CFP?
All right.
Good enough.
That's not that hard.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Leon.
Okay. Well, Your Honor, I'm gonna start with the team that's not in the top 20 and has opportunity to probably make the playoffs.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Coach Matt Rule in Nebraska.
Wow. A blue blood, or not a blue blood.
The Cornhuskers, all right?
They're below the line.
I love that pick, by the way.
Yes, the Cornhuskers. You know, they've got a star quarterback for sure. And Dylan Raiola is going to have a big year. Their defense, top 20 last year. So, I mean, they got a top 20 defense from last year.
They made Holgerson, the new OC.
Yeah, and they made improvements on the offensive line, which should be better. And I look at that schedule. They've got Cincinnati, Michigan, Iowa, and Penn State. That's a heavy load. But if you can win some of those games, if you can win 3 of the 4, or 2 of the 4, might give you an opportunity. Because the rest of the schedule is winnable, I think.
I got to be honest. It is one of the more doable schedules in college football to make it to the CFP.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my team.
All right.
That's not in the top 25.
All right. Now give me the one that's going to tumble out of the top 10.
This was hard. I made sure I looked away from Miami. I said I'm not going there with my team.
They could tumble.
I would have picked them.
No,
kind of like they had the last 20 years.
I'm not going to let you do it to me. I'm not going to put that funk on them. Can't do it. I'm going with.
I know exactly where you're going now.
I'm going with LSU.
Can't do. Oh
my God!
I'm going with LSU.
I gotta like
I'm glad you
readjust
that
now.
Ralph Salafusa one day.
Listen, you know how much I love JJ. You know how much I love Eddie O.
You do, but he's not there.
This ain't the Eddie O team.
So you're saying there ain't no solid food on
There's
this
no
football
solid
team,
food
is
on
what you're
football. And I think he did it to himself. I think Brian Kelly did it to himself with the banter at the meeting, calling Death Valley Jr. to Clemson. And he's on the streak now. We're talking about 3 first game losses. Beginning of the games, he's lost 3.
FSU, USC.
All blue bloods.
And listen, I know he's got. And I know he has a Heisman Trophy hopeful, and that's mine, and rightfully so. You would think with that offense they'd be better, but what has been LSU's Achilles heel throughout the years?
Oh my God,
their defense.
Yeah, and they've lost their way defensively.
They've lost their way defensively. And until I see it, I'm not going to believe it. I know they made changes, but until I see it, I'm not going to believe it. And I'm looking at their schedule. They got a tough haul too. They got Clemson, they got Alabama, and they got Texas A&M.
They got Florida,
and they got Florida.
That's right. A little respect, please.
Yeah,
might not be a blue blood, but still a good team.
Exactly, still a great team. So those are my 2, Your Honor.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Counselor. Well done. You presented Nebraska as a team that could make it to the CFP, and LSU as a team that could tumble out of the top 10. Matt Hayes, do you understand the rules now and go with your which one are you going with first?
I understand how I initially laid them out, but I also understand how we're going now.
Yeah.
All right. So I can't use LSU, so now I got to make a midstream change here. Okay. First, let's go with the team that will fall out.
Okay. Tumbling out of the top 10 is.
He looked right at Leon.
I know he looked right at me.
Just go ahead and play it, JJ. CANES.
That's called hate, That's called hate, Your Honor.
To be fair, they are right at the end of the top 10.
Right. And so maybe a bit of a convenient pick, but please back up your argument as
Notre
how they
Dame
will not make the CFP.
Is a difficult game to kick off the season. No doubt about that.
Wait a minute, Your Honor. He just told me a week ago y'all were going to destroy him. Now it's
Listen, we need a little order in the court.
Well,
that's what you said.
Stole my LSU team. What do you want me to do?
Okay,
I got to make an argument.
I got you.
The first counselor might have gotten a little.
I might have to take you out of the court.
Emotionally attached, Your Honor. Emotionally attached.
Right.
Gotten a little emotional.
You're out of order. The whole court's out of order. All right. I mean, the Canes obviously have some difficult games. Notre Dame's a difficult game. Florida's a difficult game. They're both at home. So
right.
That's clearly important. I think the Noles will play them hard, man. I do. I think the Noles are going to be better than everybody thinks. That's number one. That doesn't mean they're going to be 10-2.
Right.
I think the Noles will be like a 6-7 win team, but with a chance to have a couple more wins than that.
Okay.
Louisville's a very good team. Jeff Brom has shown both at Purdue and now at Louisville he can get a team ready to play. That's also a difficult game, also in Miami. No doubt about that. They got to go at SMU. And then you finish the season with these tough games that I think everybody's overlooking.
Right.
In the cold in Virginia Tech and the cold in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Canes do not play well in the cold. Those last 2 games could be the difference between them playing in another Pop-Tart Bowl or completely out of the top 25.
Ooh, all the way out is what you're saying.
Your Honor, these Canes don't play in the cold. I'm undefeated in the cold, Your
Honor. Your Honor, can you silence him, please?
Yeah.
Opposing
Again,
counsel.
Listen,
I'll
counselor,
turn his mic off.
He has stepped in twice, and this is out of the ordinary, Leon.
Hey,
normally,
I'm emotionally attached, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Your courthouse decorum is usually outstanding.
You're right.
All right, my team from outside the top 25, and I will say this. I will say that opposing counsel had a fantastic team from outside the top 25. I think Nebraska's got a very good chance to get to the college football playoff. No doubt about it. My team is the Ramblin' Wreck from Georgia Tech.
Whoa. Haynes King.
You got 8th-year starter Haynes King. And I think as important, Brent Key, I think he's building a mentality there of toughness, a mentality of running the ball. That's number one, okay? Number 2, as important, he kept Buster Faulkner, the OC, who could have gone to much bigger Power 4 programs and decided to stay at Georgia. So, and you look at that schedule, Your Honor, at Colorado with a brand new quarterback, that's a dub.
Week 1. That's
a
juicy.
dub. You get Clemson at home. Your toughest road game is probably at Duke.
Oh, it sets up beautifully.
And then the last game of the season is Georgia. It's in the Dome. It's not at Bobby Dodd, but it's still not in Athens.
Yeah.
And it's a game that they probably should have won last year. Georgia Tech, Your Honor, is my sleeper team for the college football playoff.
So let's review quickly. We have Nebraska versus Georgia Tech as a team coming from outside of the top 25 that will make it into
I love them both, Your Honor.
Into the college football playoff. Both great suggestions. And then we look at the other side because one thing sticking in my mind, Dana Holgerson has been added to the Matt Rule staff to help Dylan Raiola and that offense get over the hump. And then we go to the other side. Who's going to be bounced out of the top 10, not to be heard from again at the end of the year, unranked? And we have Leon Searcy putting up an LSU squad that if they lose that first game, who the heck knows how it will go. If they lose to Clemson, they still could play for an SEC championship. And then Miami was selected by Matt Hayes as a team that is right now top 10, but will not finish the season unranked. I have to ask one more quick question. Where does it fall apart for Miami? And you can remind me of where it falls apart for LSU.
I think the last 2 weeks of the season. I think they're going to have like 3 losses, and then the last 2 weeks of the season.
That does sound like a
very familiar.
They end up like 7-5, and they're out of the top 25.
7-5.
7-5. Shocking. Where does it go wrong for LSU?
Where's it go wrong?
Something. It's an
For
argument.
LSU? Well, at the Swamp.
Ah, okay.
No, that game's in LSU.
Is it?
Oh, it is at LSU. Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess the game.
Listen, you were trying to curry
So at
favor.
home against the Gators?
You're trying to curry favor with the judge. And I don't mind that. I got to make a ruling.
Thank you, Rob.
In this particular case, I love both of the outside getting in. Both of those suggestions are great. The most difficult decision I have to make is whether or not Miami fades or LSU fades. I think, man, that is a tough decision. Garrett Nussmeier leading LSU, Carson Beck leading Miami. But since LSU has been more successful of late, I'm going to rule in favor of the other one, Brand, falling out of the top 10. I rule in favor of Matt Hayes, Georgia Tech getting into the college football playoff, and Miami ending season.
See, this is what they're hoping for, JJ. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Secretly.
It's not
In your
hope.
heart.
It's
not even a
we
secret.
laid out
Maybe.
facts.
I know.
And a honest arbiter said Miami.
An honest arbiter.
Yeah. Right.
Here's what I can't figure out. Okay, has Mario, and by the way, both of these kind of
By the way, I think LSU has a much greater chance of falling flat than Miami does.
But it's so funny. Both of these teams run a little parallel because both of them have lost their way defensively.
But
And I never would have expected it
LSU's
from
road
either
is
one.
so much harder than Miami's.
It is. It's a
so
much
much
tougher
harder.
schedule. And that's why I think Carson Beck has a chance to have a great year because it's inside the ACC. But the other one I love, and this is probably one of the main reasons why I went with Matt's argument, is I'm a Haynes King lover, man. You know that. And that schedule.
I may or may not have known that prior just to curry favor with you.
That schedule sets up beautifully. We need to remind people of that.
It
Because
does.
when you're betting on the college football playoff, take a look at Nebraska's schedule. It's definitely favorable for Matt Rule and them to get it going. And obviously, what they have done up in Atlanta, that's a tough
Actually, both
football team.
those teams, like if you're going to lay money down on underdogs to get to the CFP, both Nebraska and Georgia Tech are good $20 bets.
All right. Solid arguments. That's why we love it. All right. Campion Law bringing you Here Comes the Judge. Don't forget, check them out. Champions for Justice. You can log on campionlaw.com. Doesn't matter. Personal injury, anything you need, they can help you. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Big number one Duval Ford is trusted by Duval families, Duval businesses, and law enforcement across Florida. We're Jacksonville's largest Ford dealer by new Ford sales with the biggest service facility to keep everything in your driveway and in your fleet on the road. Shop Big number one Duval Ford on Cassett Avenue for our low prices and nationally recognized service-first experience. Big number one Duval Ford, proudly serving North Florida since 1916.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
Resto Pros!
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
Resto Pros!
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestoProsNEFlorida.com. That's RestoProsNEFlorida.com.
Resto Pros!
Ready to add some value to your day? The everyday deals at Sonny's have got you covered. Right now, you can get the pork big deal for 10, the pork and rib combo for 12, all you can eat ribs for $19.99, and our new loaded barbecue potato for $11. Available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Son Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game when Miles Jack wasn't down? Do you know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle & Sons. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. CoyleJacks.com.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels. Summer heat has settled in, but don't sweat it. Big Chief Tire has your back with $50 off all AC services. Whether your system needs a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert team will keep you cool and road ready all season long. With 6 locations around Jacksonville, trusted service is always nearby. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Craving a cold one? Well, zip into one of the great gate locations you see all over town and pick up a cold Bud Light or a Natty or an Ultra. Maybe a 12-pack of the King of Beers or some cold Coronas. It's all happening at your local gate convenience store. Slide on in today.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor. Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
New and pre-owned firearms are always in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimbar, Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, and Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Yes, they're that cool. XL Primetime on 1010XL. Thanks to Florida Home AC. Feel the cool for yourself. Just call 777-4300 and order an AC tune-up.
Cranking along. Go till 2 o'clock today. Helmets and Heels come rolling in after that. And then you got the Frangie Show. You got Into the Night with Rick Ballou, Hacker After Dark. They were all out at training camp earlier today. Plenty of eyes on this football team, trying to figure out exactly where it's going to go with this next preseason game, which will come up on Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. And we'll see what it looks like with them coming up. And just a gut and I know we'll talk about this each day going forward, but the gut is, will they look better on both sides of the ball? Will they get in the end zone? Will they slow down whatever whatever the Saints are going to try and throw at them? So your first thought right now coming out of practice, Leon, how much better will this football team look on both sides of the ball?
Well, I think they'll play with a lot more. I think they're going to execute better. You know, the whole thing with the breakdown, the communication with the defense, you know, that was rectified in practice. You want to make sure guys are in the right place at the right time. I wanted to see this team just be physical. That's why I was talking about as far as the offense goes.
Right.
I just want to see a bunch of run plays. Because I want to see how physical this offensive line is going to be up against, I'm not sure if they're going to play the ones or the twos as far as the Saints go, but I just want to see this offensive line. And the defensive front, you know, I want to see them get after it a little bit as well, you know, because, I mean, I know Pittsburgh was throwing the ball quick and the pass rush wasn't getting there, but, I just want to see both sides of the ball be physical, play with some intensity and with some fire.
Yeah, how much better?
You know what's funny is last week I said I want to see like a operationally smooth team out there. First play of the game.
Flag.
First play of the game.
Yeah.
So
not good.
I'm going to start with that again, an operationally smooth team.
Yeah.
And then I want to see if those defensive guys were embarrassed, man, because I don't know how they couldn't have been. There's no way that when they were watching film the next day and they were in their respective meeting rooms that those guys weren't like, my God, we played terrible. They play with no emotion, no fire, no intent, no will. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
So and that's why I stated that too, honestly. Where I said that, you know, can you know how they play in camp where we see defense is bad one day, they're great the next day, offense bad one day, like that. Could this be simply a situation like that where they're bad one day, that's really not who they are, this is going to be who they are? Let's see if that's the case.
Well, let's hear from this guy right now because he comes back with this football team after being with them for, it seems like 5, 6, 7 seasons, and now comes back and rejoins this team. And I believe he's a guy that definitely takes pride in his work and wants to put his best out. Here's the conversation from training camp earlier today. XL Primetime hanging out at training camp. Dwan Smoot coming off the field fresh after what was a pretty dang physical practice. How you feeling?
Feeling great. I mean, I'm a little tired, obviously, a little banged up a little bit. I mean, the wheels hitting. I was out here hitting today, but we're just getting ready for the next game. It's still camp right now, so we just loosening. I mean, we're just getting all loose and just hitting a little bit for sure.
Well, it looked like both coaches, Campanile and Cohen, wanted to get stuff right. You guys stayed out on the field for an extra amount of time. Kind of take us through that.
I mean, they're great coaches. They know what we need. And that extra time, we just got to, as players, just be ready to put in the work. I mean, we know there's some things we needed to fix from last Sunday, and I feel like today we got them fixed.
Talking with Dwan Smoot now with his second stint with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and hey, you made a play the other night. I know it had to feel good. When you get in the backfield, you make things happen, and you had a sack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It definitely felt good. Definitely felt like a welcome home. I heard the Smoot chant. You know, I'm so happy that the Jags fans have welcomed me back home, and it feels good.
Well, it's funny, Dwan, and I don't think funny is the right word, but the journey you've been on, 2022, you were balling. There were a lot of good players on that side of the ball helping that run to the postseason. Then the Achilles rupture was just a SOB, and then you were able to fight back from it. You're feeling strong, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm back in 22 form.
Okay, that's good.
My legs are back under me. These last couple of years were kind of like getting my strength back, getting my feet back under me, but I feel like I got it now for sure.
And your wrist, the injury last year, everything's good there?
Yeah, that was basically done. I already had one on the left, so my body kind of knew what to do on the right. So that's no issue.
All right, a couple more for Dwan Smoot. As we take a look at this defense, Anthony Campanile was pretty feisty today. Obviously, what happened, what kind of corrections are you guys looking for coming out of that first game heading into New Orleans?
I mean, just getting rid of the self-inflicted things. I mean, when they were able to score on Sunday, it's everything that was self-inflicted. Things, people just being out of their gaps, people just not being in their places. But we fixed it for sure. I mean, even the emphasis and walkthrough and out here, we're lining up fast, we're getting our checks, we're communicating. And he was harping on that, in the meeting today and yesterday as well, too. So I feel like today we definitely created emphasis around that, and we got it fixed for sure.
Okay, so I'm going to say non-football eyes. When we look, we go like, wait, what the heck happened there? What the heck? You guys weren't game planning for Pittsburgh, so there's reasons why certain things happen.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what it is in preseason. It's kind of you against you, If you're on your keys, if you're doing everything as a defense, if you're communicating and you're working together, things like that shouldn't happen, so because everyone's running just basic things. No one's trying to trick them. No one's trying to do anything. So, I mean, that's what we just got to focus on, just, not beating ourselves ourselves.
All right, so go back to 2022 real quick if you can, because that was such a great run. And then 23 began with a bang, a number one seed on the line the end of 23. Yeah. Now, you from afar, we all know it kind of went away. Yeah. How can you get that back?
I mean, with the new regime in here, I mean, just new blood, honestly, and a new emphasis behind, just making sure that we stay on it, no relaxing, no days off. And today was one of those days. It was like we weren't slacking. It was no days off, and they were like, every single thing needs to be correct. Every single thing that goes wrong, we need to correct it, and we're focused on that moving forward.
All right, Dwan, listen, best of luck. Glad to hear that you're healthy and feeling fired up and ready to go.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Smoot's one of those backup guys that can contribute.
Yeah. Oh yeah, love Smoot, man. Yeah. I mean, when he was here, I mean, he was a good rotational guy when it was third and long situations. I'm sure
they're going to need him.
Yeah, he's going to be a pass rush specialist.
He's definitely a pass rush specialist, and I think he's very good at it. But he's also a try-hard guy.
He is. He's an effort guy.
Like he is an effort dude.
And the other thing is I don't know if they have the correct weight here, but anyway, you're going to see him more inside than you are outside. Mm-hmm. You're still going to see him out there, but you're going to also see him inside quite a bit.
That's a difficult ask,
and it is. But we've seen other guys that have been able to do this. And
on run plays too?
No, I don't think so.
Even on pass pro, that's a difficult ask, man.
I actually think you're gonna see it, and I think it's really right now they're limited numbers wise.
Right. I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be tougher, especially if he's head up on the guard. I think that's a mismatch. Mm-hmm. But if he's in between a center and a guard,
then he's
gonna be a little bit trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it really does come down to situationally down and distance, how they want to work those things. Mm-hmm. What you're seeing, at least with the second team, you're seeing an Agba, a Dwan. You can come up with a couple of other guys that have been plugged in there, be it Jordan Jefferson or heck, even Austin Johnson, who just came in. Those types of guys that could be lined up between the guard and the center and may be able to make a play. But they need to make sure they have a good 8-man rotation that, depending on whether it's run first, whether it's rush the pass, or whatever it is, they better figure out who the hell they've got.
Well, they have 8 bodies.
Yeah.
That's what they've got, right?
Yeah, yeah.
As far as like a quality 8-man rotation, they might be about 3 guys short.
Yeah, right now they are. I just think that you got to figure out the best thing you've got and figure out how you're going to get these guys in position to get loose and get to the quarterback. Because if that doesn't happen, you just forget about anything that's going on the back end. You can't even be critical of a Tyson, a Travis, a Jari, and any of them if they don't have any pass pro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's the part that could cause a real concern. But you got to see what Hines Allen and Trayvon are able to do once they get going. Full game, people. That's what we want to see to truly know whether they're going to be able to get the job done or not. All right, we're getting the job done. It's XL Primetime. You guys jump in on that Dwan Smoot conversation. One other one from Tank. It was exactly from Tank Bigsby on social that we will bring up coming up here in just a second on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by big number 1 Duval Ford, the number 1 place to buy your next vehicle.
For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has proudly served Jacksonville from the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard. From archery to hunting and fishing, they've got the gear, service, and know-how to get you outdoor ready. Stop by their full-service archery pro shop and check out their wide selection of firearms. And while you're there, sign up for their weekly concealed weapon classes. You can find it all at greenacresporting.com.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Let's get the work done.
Training camp is here.
Up, quick feet.
1010XL's training camp coverage is backed by Roland Reach Plumbing and Green Acres Sporting Goods.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. It's live now. Let's go.
Blue here for the blue.
Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
This is Hayes Carlion for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use. Depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. I also go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through August 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, or Beaver Mitsubishi in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the First Coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that it was one preseason game. We're overreacting a little bit. That's fine. But the jump from one preseason game to game two, if I see the same stuff I saw in game one, I'm going to go ballistic. Okay? I'm just letting you know right now. Okay? Because you should see better ball this game up with the Saints.
I'm staying off our text string then.
Yeah. You should see better ball. You should see more energy. You should see better execution because they took, let me be honest with you, they took an ass chewing. Let me just say that. In that film room.
Right.
So they should be a little bit, and they saw themselves playing bad.
Take it personal.
And the coaches pointed it out. So if they don't take it personal about their play, then we're in trouble, gentlemen.
I'm 100%
We're in trouble, gentlemen. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that I see better ball against the Saints this upcoming week. Effort, energy, execution.
Yeah.
And toughness and physicality.
Yeah, don't let them get shook by Tyler Shook or Spencer.
Yes. Here's what you know, you guys. I know you guys think I'm overreacting and too critical. Every fan out there should be pissed off from that performance. Seriously, every fan who watched that game should be like, "What are these guys doing? What have they done for the last 3 weeks?" Because they didn't look like they knew what they were doing the entire time they were out there for those 8 plays. Well, they were out there for more than that. The second series, the majority of them came out again. So they were out there for more than just one series, the defense. So I think as a fan, you have a right to question that, right? If you're going to go out there and pay that kind of money to go watch that team in a preseason game, you absolutely have a right to say that.
Yeah. Yeah,
so I think, look, it's on them now to go out and play better and show their fan base, show themselves, which I asked you earlier, Leon. At some point, it's got to be, I embarrassed myself out there. Show themselves that they're better than what they put out on tape.
Yeah, I think that's probably the in the mirror type of thing that will go on. I do think, like we started out with this, not making it too big, more than what it is, but constant improvement and trying to make the most of what you got. And I can't help but keep repeating that there's some newness on this football team when it comes to coaching, when it comes to a lot. There's still veteran players here, but there's newness everywhere. Brand new head coach, brand new offensive coordinator, brand new defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
These guys haven't done this before. I don't want to go back to the old feeling of it being a technical center, but there's definitely some OTJ on the job training going on right now.
Hell yes, there is.
And so,
yes.
and so let's just see. This is going to be a little bit of a, hey, okay, I get it now type of feeling, to where they're going to have to. There are a lot of seasoned play callers and coordinators in the National Football League. Fair to say, right?
Yeah.
Campanile learned from the great Vic Fangio, who just happened to coach up a Super Bowl defense last year. So it doesn't mean he can do the exact same thing, but he's going to have to learn on the job against some of these other really, really good.
What helps is Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right, that too.
You need those
that point.
guys.
Yeah, at that point.
Why do you think Howie Roseman is executive of the year, executive of the year, executive of the year? Because he goes out there and drafts some really killer talent.
Well, he also looks at the Georgia roster and says, all right, I want that guy.
Yeah, it makes
All right,
sense.
I want that guy.
But all the other things he's done, he's a genius up there, and give him all the credit in the world. And I'll keep preaching this too. This was bulky built. Okay?
No doubt. And that's the one thing that I think got overshadowed by that game. And again, it's just one game. But the two things I think got overshadowed is number one, you look at those draft picks from Gladstone, they got potential.
You have a chance
potential
to see,
with those draft picks. I think as deep as the 6th round, maybe even 7th round. That's when LeQuint was a 7th rounder, right?
Yeah, LeQuint in the 7th round.
So I think it's that, number one.
And Jonah Monheim
yes.
in the 7th round.
And number two, and more important than anything, and we're not even talking about this, Trevor Lawrence looked good out there. And that limited time, that limited drive, he looked good.
The last couple of practices for him have been a little uneven, so I want to see that obviously improve. But, yeah, he's starting to figure out what he can do in this offense and make more plays. And don't look now, but Sam Wormley is a guy that's starting to move up on the depth chart, okay? Those types of players.
So is Strigow.
Yeah. 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 So those types of players is what you're talking about.
Strigow could be a guy that makes the roster as an edge.
Yeah. If nothing else, get him on the practice squad and see where it goes.
I mean, what has Abdullah done to earn a spot on this roster?
He's done a little, not a lot. So, yeah. Those guys, back into the roster.
Yes.
Those guys are up for grabs. That's for sure. All right, let's say hello to Helmets and Heels.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Lauren Brooks joins us now. You guys are getting ready to roll. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Practice today. What'd you think?
I enjoyed the pads today and the feistiness. The fight was fun. Way better than yesterday, even though I know yesterday was an important practice for them to work on the alignment and assignment. But as far as for our viewing purposes, today was way more fun.
Yeah. And I like the fact that I do believe these coaches are putting more pressure on players to make more plays in practice.
I think that this past weekend was a wake-up call for a lot of people. Obviously fans, obviously the coaches, and obviously some of the players too. And so I like how they've been handling it since then.
Yeah.
I think they've been getting after them.
All right, I saw Tommy Mack a little animated today. So what is coming up?
Yeah, we are going to have Aaron Beasley join us in the studio for the first hour. So we will break down what happened in the preseason game, also what happened at practice today, and a whole lot more.
I forgot. I'm glad you said that. Coach Campo is going to deliver a speech to the Duval Charter football team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now. Yeah. So before Bees makes his way over here.
I love that.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you said that because he just looking forward to inspiring those youngsters. All right. Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you. By the way, they tease you that you can't hear, but I'm concerned that you also can't read all that.
Oh, believe me. I was trying to count how many emojis Tank Bigsby just put out.
Yeah. Probably
for Rick Ballou.
12.
Yeah. He was pretty fired up over it.
That was right after practice ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets a hold of his phone that fast.
They say they go in the locker room and they immediately go to their phones.
Yeah.
12 more, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
12 emojis?
Yeah, that's what it was.
About 7
and then a Pinocchio emoji
more
at
than his
the
career
end.
fumbles in 2 years.
You know what I say? Tank, if you got an issue, go get some tissue.
Yeah.
It's what I say? Hold on to the football.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, so for the listeners, he took exception because Rick Ballou said live tackling, coming out of goal line, Dewey smoked Tank.
That's all he said.
That's it. And Tank got in his feelings and tweeted a lying emoji, Pinocchio face.
Yeah, and so
fact that you got time to look at your phone when you should be going to watch film.
Yeah, and all I know is that when you think about
right, not only that, bro, you're a backup.
Well, yeah, he's trying to win a starting job, but don't be sensitive, okay? And guess what? Talk to your line. Talk to the because
whoever missed the tackle or whatever, whoever missed the block or something.
Yeah, Dewey walked up to the line of scrimmage, rolled right past Walker Little, and Walker had another assignment that he was blocking, and he nailed Tank in the backfield. It was a safety. There was nothing else you could do about it.
Well, not only that, this job is basically they're dying for him to win the job, and he hasn't.
Yeah. All right, we're done. Thanks to Beaver Chevy, Toyota, Mitsubishi, all great people. They are all there to wow you on every lot. Make sure you check them out with the Beaver Automotive Group. Big Sirs, Matty Hayes, Joe C. and JJ. Helmets and Heels coming up.
XL Primetime.